All right, welcome to these grand finals. These are going to be a best of 5 series, and this is being played out again in the Alpha Navigators Cup Season 2 Elimination Round. That means whoever wins this series is going to go into the grand finals with tomorrow with some of those other strong Infernal players. And let's introduce our players here. This is going to be High in the blue Celestial, and his opponent, jayxp123, in the red Vanguard. Again, both these players battled it out already in the winners bracket final, and High was the one who was able to come out ahead in that, and we'll see if he'll be able to continue that winning streak and be able to take out jayxp and win it all, win his place in the grand finals tomorrow. We see jayxp's already committing chicken murder here in the middle of the map. Poor chicken, all those fluffy feathers spraying up into the air. Frank, if you're in the chat, close your eyes for the chicken trauma, the chicken horror that is before us. And the sad thing is those chickens are, that's their whole purpose on this map, is to be chomped down. So that's their life. They know that life from the beginning. And once again, jayxp opening with a very similar, we did see this earlier at the end. Oh no, Mr. Lancer! Ouch! Okay, we do not like to see that. And yeah, okay, so that is unfortunate loss there early game to lose that Lancer. Although I don't think the Lancer, other than as a creeping unit here, I don't think, I really don't think that that's going to be as big a loss to his later game army, because we saw he did have to pump out another Lancer, so that is going to be a problem there. And and it's because he needs the Lancer for his trick down here, so that is unfortunate that he did have to rebuild the Lancer. I was going to say I don't think it was going to impact his final comp very much, because he wasn't going Lancer heavy, and that Lancer doesn't, you know, play a huge role after the initial creeping. But as we see, yeah, it is important for him in that creeping, so he did have to build another one. And let's take a look back here. Oh, actually, interesting. We have an Ascension Matrix going down. What's this? Recall tech. Okay, I guess if I played this matchup a bit more, I might have known that's what we get out of the Ascension Matrix. I hadn't noticed that in any of the previous matchups so far. But that's just going to be recall tech for the vectors so that they can recall. And again, that's part of what makes them strong units, is that with the recall they can get that healing as well. And we do see that creeping trick going out here. It's only one Bob this time, and that was enough to out heal it. But we see the sentry post is quite low. Now, yeah, I was going to wait there to see if he does salvage it. So that means he's able to recover the money, the Luminite that he spent on that, and then do it again up here. So that means the sentry post was effectively free. And again, this creeping strategy gives them such an advantage in the early game that doing this is definitely a good strategy. Those poor Bobs are having trouble finding their way around to repair the buzzsaw turret, buzzsaw cannon. But nonetheless, they're able to clean it up. Although here come some vectors now. Do they see it? Yes, they see it. And they're able to get here, not in time. No, this does not look like a good idea. Why would you jump on top of that buzzsaw turret? Okay, so they did use their recall to get out of it and then heal up their damage. So maybe that was the idea there. But there's really no reason to attack this turret. It's in the middle of the map. It's probably going to be salvaged in a second. But they do take it out. So maybe he just knew he could. And so that's why he did it, allowing him not to salvage it. And we see another one going down, so that's an interesting choice also. It's curious that they're fighting over this position. This tower, of course, is going to be a valuable tower to keep, but so much is being committed here. Actually, the vectors seem to be with the advantage. Many of them are low, but so many units have been taken out now. And that looks like a cancel on the sentry post. And another hedgehog shows up, but it gets focused down. I think only a single vector I've seen go down so far. Another one might go down. No, and that's going to be GG immediately from JXP. All right, here we are into game number 2 of this best of 5. Here in our blue vanguard, we have jayxp123. And his opponent, here with the surged arc ship moving across the map, is High, the red celestial. Now, surged arc ship here, yep, I think we might be seeing it. We might be seeing the build, aka the build that has been highlighted on High's stream for the last couple nights. And yeah, one thing that gives us away are the prisms. So prisms are being built. So he did have a... Oh, maybe we're seeing something slightly different here. There's a purifier here. Maybe we're seeing a slightly different version of this, but oh no, now we see a morph core coming out. So we'll keep our eye on it. We'll see what this means. And unfortunately for JXP, this could be bad news because he has chosen to go for command post first. His dog's on the map. I'm not sure if his dog actually was able to scout. So the arc ship stops in the middle of the map and is no longer searched, sending a morph core. Let's see. Ooh, into the back of the base. But the arc ship stops. Again, interesting choice. Lots of prism mining therium here as well. This is definitely different than the build that I was expecting, where we might just get the proxy collection array, or sorry, proxy creation chamber. But the morph core has arrived here and does what? Turns around, goes home? No. Builds a Legion Hall. And here comes the dog. Perfect timing. Sees the Legion Hall. It's not even done building yet. So huge scout for JXP. Now, is he going to be able to respond to this in time? He's got a Rax. He's got a Mech Bay coming down. Now the question is, what's going to come out of here? Is this a Seraphim? Where did that arc ship go? There it is. It's already an arc station. And it's about to be tier 3. So this is the build. It's not the same build I thought, but this is a build. This is going to be a tier 3 Fates and Archangel push. If I'm predicting this correctly. Now, JXP has so many workers on Therium. I wonder what that's about. I wonder if that's necessary. Okay, so oh no, we're about 2/3 of the way to tier 3. Nothing out of the Legion Hall yet. Sometimes you'll see a first Seraphim come out before what I'm assuming is going to be an Archangel as soon as tier 3 is done and enough resources are on the map. So tier 3 is about to be done. Here comes some dogs, a dog and a hog, trying to get this power bank, and they are going to get some really good DPS on that. But the Arc Fortress is saying, I don't mind. I got business to attend to. Probably going to summon on the high ground. Although might want to save those mins for the Archangel. And there we see Fate's End. Yeah, okay, you got a micro forward here. So does the Fate's End only target a single building? I'm not sure. But the power bank that was on the low ground has already been taken out, and that's part of what it's there for, is to repower up this arc ship. So now summoning a second power bank, but also the dog and the hog turning on. Okay, now summoning the power bank on the high ground after a cancel, but there's already a hog up there too. So it's not clear that a power bank is going to get down. And do we have an Archangel out? It is cute. It is cute. And this power bank did stay up. But the Arc Fortress now taking shots from a single sieged up Hedgehog. Now with the Fate's End, but we also see, what is this? The Ramparts Reinforce. And that's 200 increased armor. Look how much it's able to tank. Oh, that was so good for it. But now the Archangel is out, and the Archangel is going to try and do some damage here. A single Hedgehog trying to deal with it. The other Hedgehogs come up to join it. It's going to have to retreat. Sorry, look. Oh, they did take out the Legion Hall. There's a second Legion Hall going down. And while this Archangel has to fly up, but then we get a siege up. Oh, poor Archangel almost dies. A second Fate's End, but the Reinforce is just keeping that baby alive. That command post is not going down. And by command post, I mean Central Command. It is a Central Command now. The extra hit points on that also keeping it alive. This Archangel is going to try and rotate around here and get a nice Meteor Strike. But that's going to be a GG called from high right away. A great defend from jayxp. I think we didn't see there, but bye-bye Arc Fortress from these guys. So that's why we got a GG. And on to the next game. Okay, here we are on Isle Dread in game number 3. And this is going to be our blue Celestial player High. Moving out already. Maybe to take a collection array here, although he's been playing some interesting builds, so we'll see. And his opponent, jayxp123 in the red Vanguard, making a great defense from the Fate's End rush last game. The Fate's End and Archangel rush. Dog just a little bit late here today to not be able to block this collection array, but at least gets a scout on it and sees, hey, that's indeed what's going down. And now coming into the main, trying to see, hey, is anyone on Therium? Doesn't see anyone on Therium. And that's a good signal to him, hey, probably no Archangels coming this time. Probably not a Fate's End. And I think High is just trying to maybe play a little bit more standard macro game this time. We'll see. We are on Isle of Dread, which lends for macro plays. And we did see High be a little bit more successful when he wasn't just immediately rushing there. It's already chopping down some trees. That's an interesting choice. And we see the Archship also moving forward, but might just be positioning above the trees here so that they're a little harder to see and scout. Now jayxp's gone for Fast Expo first. We are going to see the first barracks coming out. And yeah, where is this? So we do see a Prism zipping over there with its zippy acceleration. And yeah, so the Archship was just heading out here to do some Therium mining. And we are up to 3 arrays plus a creation chamber. I'd say this is probably the most standard opening for Celestials you can get, especially for a macro opening. So the 3 arrays, we do see, oh, 2 prisms now mining Therium. See what that is, maybe just for some getting up to tier 2. Maybe to get some upgrades started. And it's a Rax with a Lancer. So jayxp is going to stick to some of his tried and true openings, even though he went command post first here. The Rax into Lancer is to probably support the creeping, and indeed we see the Lancer moving out towards the speed cap and the dog on its way home. Another Morph Core pops out, a little indecisive, doesn't know what to do. Doing a little hokey pokey. And yeah, just more Therium mining, more macro coming out of High. There we go, our Star Forge. I think we are going to see more vector play. And remember, vector play on Ruination is what won him the day. And immediately after the Star Forge, we see Ascension Matrix. So that Morph Core wasn't so indecisive, was just waiting for his chance to become an Ascension Matrix. And again, when you build from a Morph Core, it's in a much speedier build time. That's one of the advantages. And sure enough, boom, right into recall. So High, perfectly timed upgrades, perfectly timed buildings. His first vector's showing up. And it's Dogs and Lancer. Fairly similar opening that we've seen from Jay from the earlier games. Both of them now creeping. Jay just a little bit ahead with his Lancer and Dog play. He's onto his health camp while we see High here taking out his speed camp. And how are we doing on that upgrade? So that upgrade's half done. I'm not sure how long that is. Maybe that's a 1 minute upgrade. And a second Starforge going down. Still queuing up vectors. We're on to 4 at the moment. And they're going to continue out on their creeping play. Well, it looks like Jay's units are going to just chill out. Soak up those healing juices for a minute. Lancer trying to get it back up to full. And actually, we already have a flak cannon at the natural. A little bit oversaturated on this base. But a flak cannon on the natural to help defend against that. Also one here in the main. So that is what I understand to be vector defense. What that is. So vectors are annoying. Ooh, look at that. Oh my, this is the craziest glitch I've ever seen. It's not even turning to fight. He just sat there and pardon me, he just sat there and took it. Crazy, yes, crazy micro. It's insane micro to have the units glitch out. Alright, but yeah, so as I was saying, I think the flak cannon is intended to be a little bit of a defense against vectors, so vectors won't be able to get in and maybe snipe all of your bobs because of the flak cannon. But nonetheless, the vectors are here. They're across the map. They're trying to be annoying. Step 1, they're going to steal this speed camp. I think that's just a little bit of trying to keep the vector number, vector count out of the awareness of JXP. So only 5 of them took that camp. Well, now 7 show, or 10 show up. A Lancer just immediately mowed. Same thing with that poor dog. But there's a flak cannon there. There's a flak cannon in the natural. And they are going to jump right on top of the flak cannon. They're going to focus it down, and immediately it goes down. So it is a good defense, but there's just so much damage. Now, the advantage for leaping on top, even though they take extra damage when they leap on top, when they recall back, all that damage is nullified. We see so many dogs just getting focus fired here. All of them go down. It's now just a Bob smorgasbord for these vectors. Just all you can eat Bobs, even with their overcharge, even with their healing hugs. They turn to fight actually, but no, they're not going to be able to get much done. I'm not sure a single vector went down, and that's going to be GG from JXP, and that's going to be a grand finals win out of High. So congratulations, High, in your victory and your trip to tomorrow's finals.